2011. We're at the home of Mel and Judy Legg on M18. Oh, the address. I'm Carol Garlow. I'm here to interview Carson Elwyn Legg and Melbourne E. Legg. We'll start with asking you to say that this tape will belong to the Roscommon Area Historical Society.
Okay, this tape will belong to the Roscommon Historical Society to use however they want to.
Thank you. Okay, I guess we're ready to start. I brought a 90-minute tape. I hope that's long enough. Let's start with whoever was the first person from your family that came to Roscommon.
That was Percy H. Legg. He came up here, I'm going to say like 1930. He worked with Roy DeWitt in the log cabin business. And then...
Was he married already by then?
You know, I was trying to think of that this morning. And the problem I have with that is his wife was raised over here at the Comstock place. On Pioneer Road.
What do you mean by the Comstock place?
Well, that's the name of the people that...
Oh, was that her maiden name?
No.
No.
Her Miller was her name.
Miller?
Yeah.
Arvella.
But they were married. My dad was born in 1913, and they were married when he was born.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So they had to have been married then.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Maybe that's why they ended up here.
Maybe that's
So
where
she
they-
grew up here, do you think? Your grandmother?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
Okay, she was born and raised in
yeah,
this area.
She would have been, I think, related with the Hartmans.
Oh.
And the Duesenberries.
Williams.
Williams?
Yeah. So I think.
Did you
that-
know her, when you were growing up, did you know her brothers and sisters?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And their last name was William, and their last name was Miller.
Well, her, no, because they were mostly girls. They had different names.
Oh, okay.
One was Duesenberry, one was, Aunt Ruth was, I can't think of it.
How do you spell her name? Her first name?
Arvilla?
A-R-V-L-L-A?
A-R-V-I-L-L-A.
I don't know.
We have Judy's voice in here a little bit, too. Do you know who her parents were?
No, I don't.
That's okay.
Arvilla, U-R-V-I-L-L-A.
Oh, you are B-I-L-A. Okay. All right. Oh, you have a nice little genealogy stuff here.
I'm working on
Great. Great. Okay, well, anyway, they came here, you don't know from where. I mean, were they downstate with Mr. DeWitt?
it. Pontiac area
In
something.
Pontiac area, but Granddad was from Kingston originally.
Granddad was from where?
Kingston, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
Okay. So anyway, they came up here probably for work, then you're thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, there
Now,
was
was
kind
he a
of a
butcher?
partnership between
Who,
DeWitt
my
and
granddad?
my granddad.
With Roy then,
Yeah.
Roy DeWitt.
But
Okay.
Percy was a butcher downstate.
Okay. I think Marge Legg talked about that.
Mhm.
That Mr. DeWitt was a butcher too, I guess. Together. They had known each other anyway downstate.
Mhm.
So you think they came up in the 20s? Late 20s or early 30s?
I would guess they would have had to,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't, of course I don't know.
Okay.
Now this,
And did they stay here, then they stayed here the rest of their life? Percy and Arvilla?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then, let's go on to their children.
okay,
Unless you want to tell me more about what Percy did.
well, I think he started the sawmill or business, but his son Carson run the sawmill. That, and Lumen was another son, the oldest son, and he had the trucking business. I mean, he ran the trucking business for a lot of years. I mean, I've got pictures of some of the sawmill and some of the area and some of the trucks and all of that kind of stuff, you know, but that's probably not much interest to
Well, yeah,
to a lot of people.
that's what this is all about, was the lumbering that they did.
Yep.
So was that considered, what do I want to say? Lumbering like for paper mills or where, because this was past the big lumbering era.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think most of it, the lumbering part of it was to sell to individuals.
Well, they started out, I think, with a cedar shake mill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then graduated over to the logging
Okay.
mill.
So first they just harvested cedar, you think?
Well, cedar, I think they made shakes out of other things.
Oh, did they?
That used to be quite popular with houses
Sure.
and so on, and roofs.
Sure.
The remnants of the mill were there when we were kids, but it's all gone now.
Yeah.
I never saw it operate.
The old mill? Oh, the
cedar
shingle.
mill.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember it. See, he's a year old.
You're the older of the two of you?
Yeah.
And not the smartest, the oldest.
It depends upon which
I'm
one you
sure we
have.
gotta have a little humor here.
Yeah, we need a little humor in our tapes. Okay, so Percy did that until he was of retirement age then? He worked in the, when you were
Well,
kids, he was still doing it?
See, I drove truck for him, for my granddad.
Oh, okay.
So, what I mean is, after Lumen died,
Early.
yeah, he was
Lumen was
47 years old. And then, and his kids, Pete and Louie, kind of took over that business for a while.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, Gramp got a truck, and we hauled pulpwood.
Oh,
We
okay.
hauled pulpwood here to Manistee, and from here to
Oh.
Muskegon, Alpena,
Oh, all directions?
all directions.
And where were you cutting this wood?
We just
You were
cut.
the haulers?
Yeah, well, they did a lot of cutting right around here too.
Mhm.
See, my granddad kind of stuck to the personal stuff, you know,
Okay.
where Pete and Louie, they worked for Abitibi Company, which is the paper
Oh.
company in
Sure.
Manistee.
Manistee.
But Gramp struck, and I don't know whether I got a picture of that. I think I do, don't I? Yeah, someplace I do. But I can get that for you later.
Okay.
The pictures. You'll know it's my granddad's truck because they nicknamed me Heavy.
Oh,
Heavy, and it was printed right on the front of the truck.
Oh.
And I think I got a picture of that.
huh.
And
So what year were you born?
I was born in 39,
Hey,
38.
38. Okay. So is this the first job that you had right as a 20-year-old or
I
so?
worked in that sawmill for quite a while.
Before you drove the truck?
Yeah.
So your
And when you
granddad
were-
was still doing this into the 40s and 50s?
Oh, God, I don't know when he died.
he pretty much done it until he died.
Yeah.
Did he?
He didn't retire.
Oh, he didn't retire?
No.
But about all he did is did the loading. He'd load us. You know, we had a Ford tractor
Mm-hmm.
with a front end loader on it, and Gramp would run the tractor, and
And so this was wood that you cut on this, on his property?
It was mostly,
Mhm.
I would say 99% of it was cut.
How much
here
acreage
across
did he
the
have?
road. At one time, they owned damn close to us, to a whole section.
Which is 640? Is the section
I
640?
don't know.
460 some acres, or I'm not sure of that.
Okay, so a section.
And then they had other pieces too.
Mhm.
Like we had land across the river back here, and that's a mile away.
Mm.
And other people would come and have some timber that they wanted cut, so they would go and cut that, and
Mhm.
we'd haul that stuff too.
So your grandfather had um, he had all the equipment to cut the wood also.
Well, no, he had guys that would cut it,
Okay,
individuals, yeah,
okay.
so, and I can remember a lot of the old guys, the old timers' names that worked.
Oh yeah, well tell us some of them.
Well, Ford Middleton was one,
Okay.
and he was, that was really before chainsaws. They cut everything with a saw, the buck saw they called it.
Mhm.
But then, and Ford lived right out back here for as long as I can remember. And then a guy that we called Russian Bill. He was a Russian.
Russian Bill. Oh my.
He was their babysitter.
Yeah. He, I can't remember. He was in the Russian army, apparently. But when the war got out, somehow he got on a boat and got out of there and got over here.
No kidding, isn't that? Don't you wonder what the stories would be with that?
Well, he wound up I think in Kingston, somehow, with Gramps' brother, Leo Legg. And eventually, he came up here, and he was here a couple of years, and went back down to Kingston, but he only stayed about 2 weeks. He said difference cook. He didn't like the cooking down there, so he should come back.
Oh, isn't that
So
a
the
cute
time
story?
we were this high, he was our babysitter.
Oh,
If
for
Mom and
heaven's
Dad
sake.
went anyplace, why, see, we slept upstairs.
Mhm.
We had twin beds, and he'd lay on the floor, right
In
between,
between of you.
and tell stories. You
Oh.
wake up, Bill was still rambling on. Just, I can remember.
Wow. Did you know his last name?
His name was
Boris,
Boris Pascal.
Boris Pasco. Pasco? But you called him Bill.
yeah, we called him Bill, yeah. I
So,
don't know where that
No,
come
Boris
from.
is Bill. Boris is the same thing as Bill.
oh, they're both, oh, see, learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Bill is the anglicized,
Oh, he's buried
Russian boss.
in St. Helen, that cemetery.
oh, so did he stay here till his death?
No,
With your family?
He went into a home in West Branch.
Yeah.
Oh.
And-
But all his working years he stayed here.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
For heaven's
oh,
sake.
yeah,
And he just had a shack out back?
yeah.
He done all the chores, milking of the cows, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Before his day's work started, he
Oh,
had to milk and separate, he run the separator and so on.
how many cows did you have?
Well, just enough for the
For
three
the
families,
family?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess they had 3 or 4 at times.
And pigs.
A couple of
All
teams
kinds
of
pigs,
horses.
Chickens?
Lots of pigs, yeah.
And chickens, yeah.
So there must have been a barn someplace.
That's 2 barns.
2 barns, okay.
We got them.
Yeah, the one of them's half full of Judy's crap now.
Oh, no. Judy's belongings.
Not belongings, excuse me.
My stuff.
Yeah.
So you had it really was a gentleman's farm here
Oh,
to
yeah.
support
we
the
used to-
family.
We used to sell potatoes beside the road out here
Did you?
for, I think, $1 a bushel
Oh,
when we were.
gosh.
we weren't
So you
very
did
old.
all right growing things in this soil.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
why you haven't given up on the garden yet. It's tradition.
Well, yeah. I plant anything but flowers.
Yeah,
If you can't
If you
eat
can't
them,
eat it,
can't
go
eat it,
for
there's a
don't-
ground space.
right, exactly.
Then Judy is just the opposite. I don't know, she takes care of the whole garden, but
Uh-huh.
but she likes flowers.
Yeah. So, your dad, was your dad already, I'm trying to think about the time frame. If they came in the 1920s, was your father born here?
No,
No, no.
No.
They didn't, but mother and dad didn't move up here. I was born in Pontiac, but Mel was born up here, so it was
Oh.
37 and 38 that they came up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't get that part.
Yeah.
So when Percy and Urvilla came, was your dad already grown up, that he didn't come with them? What year was your dad born?
1913.
1913. So if they came up in the late 20s, maybe he came with them and maybe he didn't, huh?
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
He was in the CCCs for a short time.
Oh,
Yeah, but
where?
See, he went to school in
I don't know where.
Don't know where?
Lake Orion. Is
You went to
Yeah.
school in
where
Lake Orion?
Where my dad went to school, and my mother also.
Oh, I haven't heard yet about your mother. What is her maiden name?
Spear.
Spear?
Mhm.
And where was she born and when?
That's a good question.
Right down that area. Between Pontiac and Lake Orion, I'd say in there somewhere.
Well, she had so many sisters. Aunt Esther and she had 4 or 5 sisters.
What's her first name?
And it's all, my mother?
Yeah.
Thelma.
Thelma Spear.
Spear.
Okay.
See, we probably got that all down here.
Just what you told me. I'm working on
Okay, well, so anyway, when your dad came here to join his father, he was already married and you were already born. And then you were born in Roscommon.
I was conceived here. Ma went back down to Pontiac for her doctors to, for the
For you to
delivery.
be, oh, a lot
So
of times
my
that
birth
happens.
certificate says that I was born in Pontiac.
Because you were.
Mhm.
Yep. That happened a lot, that, the early ones, the gardeners, that was like Jim Rutledge's mother was a gardener. And her first child, she just got on the train and went back to Bay City to her mother's to have the baby. That was a very common thing. Well, that's, okay, that's interesting. So
Now,
you were
our
just a
younger
little
brother
one.
Was born right here where we're sitting.
Oh, neat.
This was a bedroom.
This was bedroom.
Oh,
And that was the kitchen there.
uh-huh. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Jim.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Jim,
passed
and he
away.
passed away. What year did he pass?
He just passed away this past year.
2010?
Mhm.
Okay.
But,
Okay, well, we're back with, your father. I think we did Percy and Urvella pretty good, did we tell? They were here and he was in the lumbering and the sawmill part. And Lumen was in the transportation of the stuff, of the goods.
mhm.
Okay, and then next we're coming to you, coming up here as little kids, and so you grew up here. All right, let's hear about that.
See, Carson was their dad.
Yeah,
Well,
Carson and Lumen were brothers.
of course, you don't remember much as a tiny kid,
uh-huh,
but in one of the magazines that Dan Fischel put out,
mm-hmm,
there's a picture of a horse and a cutter. You know what
Mhm.
a cutter is?
mm-hmm.
With our family in it.
I think we had that in the front of one of our calendars, too.
It could be. Well, see, we weren't very old then. I mean, I was like 2, 3, maybe something like that. And Elwyn being a year older.
Made you 4.
But that was right out here, and that's where you got your car parked.
Uh-huh.
See? And I don't know. I went. Went to school here, but I quit. Let's see. quit when I was 16. But I did graduate the head of my class. That's kindergarten graduation.
Kindergarten, oh, cute.
And I always say I was head of the class because
You
I'm
were,
right there in
because
the
you're
front.
right in the front. Wonderful. How did you get to school?
School bus.
School buses
Yeah.
already by then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Harry Myers, in fact. I think Harry Myers drove our first school bus.
They were red, white, and blue then.
Were they?
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
And then Frank Forster drove. There was somebody else.
So who are some of the other families nearby that the children were on the bus with you?
All the Keeler kids. They lived down here on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a large family, and the Fiors.
What's the name, Theor?
Fiors.
How do you spell that?
And
By EOR, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that name before. It's cute.
they're somewhat related to Mary Matthews.
Oh.
Baron, you know, Baron, well, Bob.
See, the old man's name was Paul Fior. And I don't know if he ever worked up here.
Hmm.
I mean, he was retired, I think, when they come up here.
Mm-hmm.
But they had 3 girls and 2 boys that were our age.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, a couple of the girls, in the same way with the Keelers, they had I don't know how many kids, 10 or 11,
Mm.
probably. So when we played hide and go seek, it was like, you know,
That had to
kids
be
all
fun.
over the place. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, almost every night.
Yeah.
Hide and go seek or kick for can or something.
Mm-hmm. You must have had a fun time out here with all these
Oh,
the
but,
barns and the animals and.
well, one of our biggest funds was, see, this used to be a barnyard, all the way from the back of that old toilet building, which was the original toilet.
Okay. I love the
And
crescent moon
that
on
was
it.
all barnyard halfway across here. And we had an electric fence on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the kids that didn't know anything about this from down below.
Yeah,
We'd get them to pee over the fence.
Fun and games,
That
huh?
was a big, oh, yeah.
I bet it
They
was.
only did it once.
That's right. And they learned.
Oh.
Well, when you were growing up, you must have had to help a lot with the gardens and the chores. You remember all that?
I think mostly the mill.
Yeah,
When
mostly
we got
the
off
mill.
the school bus, we changed clothes and got out there.
Mm-hmm.
We had to work in the garden a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, but not
potato bugs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We never had to do that, very much of that.
See, I
So
could-
you ran the big saws?
We did get real active in the potatoes because there was a lot of potatoes.
Yeah.
We had fields of them, or my
Yeah.
granddad
Did-
And all the
who
kids
did
would
he-
pick
who did
potatoes.
he- Yeah, where did you market that?
did. Well, we ate a lot of them, but we marketed them right out here.
Okay, you didn't take them to stores or anything?
No.
No. But people knew about it and came.
Oh, yeah.
Neat. Well, what do you remember about school? Who were some of your teachers? And
I mean, a lot of, I can name for every kid here,
oh my gosh.
and you'll know a lot of them. That's Connie Mead,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Deanie Nolan. That's Dawn Kuzna. Do you know her?
Mm-hmm. I know who she is. I don't really know her well.
There's Jan Matheson. It's his dad's name is in the.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. There's Carol Clute.
Oh yeah, I remember Carol went to Ferris.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
I went with her after after I guess while I was still in school for several years.
Oh.
She was my mate.
Uh-huh.
We had a lot of fun together.
Well, good.
There's a Larvae.
Who?
Larvae.
Oh, Mark, okay.
What's lived right beside of me when I lived in town.
Yeah, Lorraine.
Lorraine Shattuck?
Lorraine Shattuck. Well, she was a Larvae.
Yeah. That's one of her brothers then, you say.
Yeah. But he's gone now.
So, did you say you didn't finish school?
No, I quit school.
In what grade?
I think I started into the 10th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then I quit.
And where did you go?
Sure.
I graduated
What year did you graduate?
1955.
55, okay.
Well, he went into the service right away.
Oh, was that the Korean War then?
That was in between the wars.
Oh, okay. What branch of service did you serve in?
Army.
2 years, or how long were you?
2 years, and then you got 6 years reserve.
Oh,
They
okay.
had an 8-year obligation at that time.
Oh, okay. Where'd you have to go for your reserve stuff then?
Well, I ended up going to Camp McCoy, Wisconsin for 2 weeks. The
Oh.
closest reserve was in Clare, and it was too far away. They said, we won't. So I just had to go for 2 weeks to Camp McCoy.
In the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't have to go once a month?
No.
Yeah. You took care of it with the 2-week thing? Oh.
Of course, the last 4 was inactive anyway, so it was
Mhm.
only 2 years of active reserve.
Sure. Well, neat. Now, did you work out here too then? Is that what you did for a living?
I did
Here.
for a while, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then what did you do after that?
No, custodial work at the school, and drove school bus.
Oh.
Took care of the Congregational Church, cleaning
Oh.
and maintenance there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved on to selling meat out of Flint for Flint Sausage Works, Salice. Did that for 6 years, and then I worked for the Road Commission until I retired.
The road commission back in Roscommon County?
Roscommon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you had a good life here, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What do you remember about school?
Well, I liked recess about as good as anything,
Right.
I guess. But
Or lunch hour?
I think most kids did.
Yeah.
We had, especially after Elwyn came, there was quite a lot of activities. We'd go sometimes to Lansing to football games and stuff like that. Didn't cost us much.
Mm-hmm.
He took us a lot of places. I don't know why.
I never heard that. He
It was
just-
all good education.
Yeah, you mean he'd arrange for a school bus and
Yeah,
so everybody
sometimes,
could sign up?
sometimes a couple of buses, yeah.
Oh. When you say you went to Lansing to a football game, you mean a Michigan State game?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He
we
was
sometimes would go down there a couple times a year.
broadening your horizons, huh? Showing you the world.
Yeah.
Neat. I've always heard a lot of good things about Mr. Holt.
Yeah, he was good.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good name, good first name there, Elwyn.
They did. That's what made it all right. So-
Spelled different.
What did you do when you quit school then? You were like 16?
Yeah, I worked in
And then you came...
I cut cedar posts the first winter.
Uh-huh.
I and Russ and Bill.
Okay. Russian Bill.
Because Dad wasn't running the mill, I don't think at all then. It was still here. But in the winter times, it was in the winter time. So we cut cedar and we cut pine back here and so on. And then where'd I go from that?
You worked with Roy DeWitt there for a while.
I went to work for Roy for a couple of years, I guess.
When he had the log cabin business?
Yeah, because I went all over, out of state even, and helped put up houses.
Put 'em up? Oh.
Yeah. And that was always a good deal, because whoever you were building the house for normally, they would feed you. And
Great.
like the parents, you know,
Mhm.
building the house. And so we would go over to the parents' house, and they're usually a farm, seemed
Mhm.
like. And of course, they fed you
Like
too
how
much.
far away did you go?
Oh, they built houses in Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Really?
Mhm. But then when I quit that, I guess I come back and drove truck for Legg.
Which Gulick?
Lee.
Who was that? I don't remember Larry.
That was his
No,
brother.
That was a brother.
Oh, what kind of business did Lee have?
Well, he had the fuel oil business
For a while.
and then he had a pulp truck, and I drove it for a couple of years. And the story there I like to tell is Lee complained one time about it was taking me too long to get to Manistee, and so he said, I'm going to make a run. So he made a run. He dumped the load out of Lake City, and he was 2 days before he got back. So he never said anything anymore. Normally it was about a 5.5, 6 hour trip.
Uh-huh.
You know, it took Lee 2 days.
At the end of that, huh?
That's what you get for hurrying.
Then I went to work for the road commissioner,
Oh, okay.
and I worked, I think, 6 or 7 years, maybe at least that.
So what was that like? Was that mostly driving truck also?
Well, it's a lot different back then than it is today, because you worked 45 hours a week, straight time. Anything over that, then you got time and a half. But because you worked 9-hour days, I think, so it was.
Mm-hmm.
But if we didn't have snow to plow, like in the wintertime, we cut brush.
Oh.
And I mean, we put up snow fence, you know, in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so much different than it is today. It kind of bugs me to see these guys today, because I don't. They'll blade the roads back and forth, and there's no snow on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just keep driving.
We didn't wear out our blades just for something to do.
Mm-hmm.
We go and cut brush.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I went to work for the state. I went back to school when I was 28 years old and got my diploma.
Did you do that right here?
Yeah, I went to Grayling.
Really?
Yeah. And
Mr. Hulse didn't like that.
no, he
He
didn't.
didn't like that at all.
You didn't like what part of it?
Him getting
Well,
that diploma.
yeah.
That you went to Grayling to do it, or
Well,
what
no.
didn't he like?
What he didn't like was when I went to school at like for a year at night, you know,
Mm-hmm.
night school for a couple hours a night, and then you wrote a test to see if.
Right.
Well, I was 2 points short of getting a diploma, but I was in the category where they would give me a high school. I've got a copy of it. I can't think of the name of it right now.
The GED?
The GED, right. And the GED, you would qualify to write some state exams,
Mm-hmm.
but only so high.
Oh, okay.
Then you had to have the diploma. So I went to the school board with the GED deal. And Helps, of course, was on the school board. It was, and
In charge.
I got that in here too. But Health said, you will never get one based on this, out of this school.
Oh.
The school board overrode him and give me the qualifications that I needed.
Oh, okay.
So Hulse didn't like it, that's what he didn't like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
he was overruled,
Uh-huh.
because I didn't really get along that good with him in school.
Uh-huh. But that enabled you to take higher civil service
Right.
exams.
Make a living better.
Well, yeah, because the difference in salary from the road commission to even the janitor's job that I took for the state was like 50 cents an hour.
Mm.
Well, back then, 50 cents an hour was a lot of money.
For
you know.
sure, for sure.
But when I started with the state, I started at the regional office
Oh.
as the maintenance man. That's when it was right downtown,
Mhm.
there where
Mhm.
the jail and courthouse is. And then I went from there to Camp Nokomis and Horn Lake as a foreman. Took the boys out on work details.
Oh, great.
And I was there 6, 7, 8 years. And it wrote some more tests. But anyway, I went to Hartwood Pines
Oh.
as the ranger.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I was there, I don't know, several years, 6, 7 years.
Well, that was right up your alley because you knew all the logging stuff.
Well,
I bet you were an excellent ranger.
well, Joe,
Ballinger?
Joe
Oh.
Martin was the Martin.
Okay.
Joe Martin was the manager there. And they had donated a sawmill to Hartwood Pines.
Who, the Martin family, you mean?
No.
Oh, somebody had.
Somebody had,
Okay.
and it was in the storage for 2 or 3 years.
Uh-huh.
The building fell down on it and broke a bunch of it and so on and so on. But anyway, it fell on me to set that sawmill,
Oh,
which was good.
perfect. You know how to do it.
Well, I could come home and talk to Dad, and Dad
Mhm.
had all kind of books on how to do it.
Oh.
And if anything that was broken, we'd take to the experimental station, and they would repair it.
Uh-huh.
And then we set the sawmill up.
Neat.
It run with a steam engine, and I don't know anything about the steam engines,
Mhm.
but and anyway, we got the thing so it would work. Everything worked fine, and they
Is it still there?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I go back every year now and run it a couple of weekends in the
Good for
summer.
you.
That's when we do our Hartwood Pine weekend,
Yeah. Oh, that's neat.
their festival
So,
weekend.
but then I went. I transferred back to North Higgins Lake State Park because of some cutbacks, you know, in the department.
Was that are we in the 70s by now?
I went up there in '77.
Okay. Oh,
I can
guess
remember
we-
that.
Mhm.
And the only reason I can remember that is one of the guys that worked in the contact station, and that was part of my job, was when the people would come in is to camp, to write their things down and so on. And the reason I can remember '77 is this one guy always put a 7 and he crossed it.
Oh,
And
uh-huh.
that's the only reason I can remember that year. And I always thought it was kind of goofy, but it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I come to North State Park and worked for Bernie Williams, which was a real lesson and a half. Because Bernie didn't trust anybody.
Oh, really?
No, and we had some real go-arounds, Bernie and I did. And, well, it kind of started where I was down on the beach cutting up a tree or something that had blown down or fell down or in someplace there. And he sent one of the kids down there to see what the hell I was doing.
Oh.
And that ticked me off.
Mhm.
I mean, here's this kid, a program kid,
Mm-hmm.
riding around on the golf cart, comes down to go back and report to Bernie what I was doing. So when I got through, I went up and we had a talk. And I said, don't ever do that. Don't send a kid to see what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he said, maybe we should go to the regional office and talk about this. And I said, you want to drive or do you want me to drive? Fine with me. Let's get it out in the open. If that's what it takes. Dave Diltz, a guy by the name of Dave Diltz, was the regional park supervisor at that time. And so anyway, we went to town and talked to Dave and got things ironed out. You know, pretty decent. A couple weeks later, the ranger, you know, I had a desk in the office and everything, you know, and it fell on me a lot of times to make out the weekly report and make out the deposit slips and go to the bank. So I did that, and Monday morning the bank called and said the money isn't here. The deposit slips are here, but all of the money is there. There's not enough money. Didn't match. So Bertie come off the wall again, you know. And he said, well, he said, let's look through the waste baskets. Let's look in the garbage truck, you know, because the trash gets dumped and blah, blah, blah. I said, I'll tell you what, Bertie. I said, you look wherever you want to look. I made that deposit slip out, and I counted that money, and it was there when I dropped it in the little window. Now, what happens after that, I have no idea. Well, of course, and Bernie, and I wouldn't look. Bernie had other people search and search and search, and this was like, you know, right after the bank opened. About 11 o'clock, the bank calls. I said, it's here. Is there a mistake? God damn it. And I knew it was their mistake. You know, that's just how bullheaded I am. But that's how thorough I was with...
Right. You knew it was correct.
I knew it was correct.
Did Bernie apologize?
No. Bernie never apologized for anything. No, he wasn't a guy to do that.
But you had, it sounds like you had a little time there.
Yeah. But it was, and when did I retire? I was short 3 months of 30 years.
With the state?
With the state.
Wonderful.
But it was the first time they offered you an
Oh, okay. Did your years at the county go towards that?
It did because the county was affiliated with the state, because
Sure.
we worked on state roads. But I had to buy some time to get to the 30, because you had to have a combination of, you had to be a certain age,
age.
in the years of service. So I had to buy a couple, 3 years, 2 years, I think, too. But I was ready to retire, because my wife was sick. She had heart surgery 2 or 3 different times, and so I could stay home and take care of her.
Sure.
And
Sure.
It just worked out. I had a lot of help to take care of her, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I can't say enough for hospice, because they were great.
They were good.
They were great.
Well, let's talk a little bit about her. That her name was
Her name was Soapsack.
Teresa.
Teresa
Soapsack. Okay. And how many children do you have?
3.
3 children. Okay. So she was a native also then,
Yeah,
born and raised here.
yeah. I'm sure she was born here. If she wasn't born here, she was born in Owasso. But I think she was born here, because her folks.
Was she in school with you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But we didn't start going together until, I don't know, maybe my last year in school, or maybe after that.
Did you have I didn't hear about your family. Did you marry a local girl?
Well, she moved here from Texas. Her dad worked in the oil fields.
Oh. What's her
She
name?
was born in West Virginia, Mary Yost.
Mary Yost, oh yeah, okay. Now, there was a Myrtle Yost.
That's mother-in-law, my mother-in-law.
Oh, that was her mother. Okay, I remember Myrtle. Okay. Well, what else can you tell us about, so this sawmill, I'm going back to this sawmill.
Mhm.
When you talked about the one up at Heartwood Pines was run by a steam thing, did you have electricity out here?
Was it against
We didn't
Ford?
get electricity until like 1948 or 49.
So what, was everything run?
This mill was run by an Alice Chalmers engine, stationary engine.
Oh, okay, that runs with gas then?
Yep.
Okay. Was it pretty noisy?
It wasn't all that bad. It had a big exhaust system on it.
Uh-huh.
Pipe went right up through the roof.
Oh.
It wasn't bad for noise.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about sawmills. I don't know anything about sawmills, but it sounds like a big operation.
Well, when we were kids, we didn't have power. We didn't have electric.
Like you said, it didn't come till 48.
Right. And we had what they called a Delco system.
Oh, what was that?
You know,
We had our own power. We had about 3 different units. One was
Is it like
hooked
a
up to the mill.
generator?
Yeah. Yeah. The one we had for this residence started and stopped automatically.
Oh.
Usually right in the important part of a radio program, the Delco would start up. Take us right out.
For electricity. Like tell me about that, because I don't know what that was. Was it something outside?
you know, the garage used to be right here where my garage is now.
Uh-huh.
And the Delco system set on the floor along the wall, and above it were a bunch of batteries.
Oh.
And the Delco charged the batteries, and then that's what you had.
So there were wires coming from that to the house?
Yeah,
And so what made the Delco run?
gasoline.
Gasoline?
You had- yeah, it didn't run 24 hours a day. You just ran it to get the batteries charged, keep charged.
Okay.
Then the batteries ran the house?
We had about 3 different systems here.
Oh, yeah.
Like I say, one was hooked up to the mill. So when the mill was running, that charged a bunch of batteries in the mill. Then there was another one someplace over there, probably in the garage that burned.
Yeah.
In the back of that.
Yeah. You know,
For Percy's house
Yeah, oh, and Uncle Lumen.
and Lumen's
But we
too.
could all run off of each other if we had to.
So there had to be a lot of wires
Well,
going from one place to the other.
There was wires, but not a lot of them. no.
Yeah. So then in the house, when you said, then was there an outlet like we have now?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
But it was 32 volts, it wasn't 110 or 220 or anything like that.
Oh,
32 volts.
32 volts. So then was the radio that you would run from the 32 volts different than a radio we have today?
Well, yeah, it would run on 32 volts, not 110 like we got today.
Did it sound the same?
Uncle Lumen, it just had a battery hooked up to his radio for some reason. I never figured that out. Maybe it was so that there wouldn't be static while the generator was running, I don't know.
Oh. Hmm.
He used to have just like a 6-volt battery there to run the edge, but
Hmm.
see, this picture was taken in 45. Now, the house you're in right now is right here.
Oh, okay.
This is the old bunkhouse that she pointed to you.
Okay, now who lived in the bunkhouse?
Well, the men,
The guys that
the
worked.
men that worked.
Like 2 or 3 or
Oh,
8 or 10 or?
yeah, it could have been, 10 or 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause they were just full of bunk beds and a shower is all they had. Their toilets was right here,
Okay.
outside.
So these were young men from all over the place?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that your grandpa would have hired?
Mhm.
Okay, got it.
But then this was our sawmill, my dad's sawmill. This
Okay,
are the 2 barns that is here now that I still have.
okay, and then this was the field that the cows would have been in?
No, this is our garden.
Oh, that's all garden?
That's all
Oh, my
garden.
gosh.
The cows See this fence going
Uh-huh,
along
oh,
here?
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it went down along here.
Oh, sure.
And then it jogged over and wound up.
Well, they had a large barnyard.
Well, they had a pretty
Yeah,
large
well, they had that
barnyard.
many animals.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. This is the sawmill. Then, so what is this?
That was Uncle Lumen's barns, or garages that he kept his trucks in,
Okay,
and Graham kept his truck in here too.
okay.
And it finally burned down.
Oh,
I was coming home from Alpena with a truck,
mm-hmm.
and I could see the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got this side of Luzerne or something, you know.
Oh, my.
No idea really that it was our place, but it burned right down.
Did he lose trucks that were
We
in there?
didn't lose any trucks, but he lost a lot of, there was a couple of cutters
Oh,
in a forge, you know, because
Mhm.
they did their own, not really blacksmithing, but iron
Got
bending.
close
and,
to it,
Yeah,
mhm.
stuff like that. And Gramps' house was over
the
here.
next one over, yeah.
He didn't get in this picture.
So where was this dining room that they're talking about? The cook,
That was in-
Carson's
that was in
cookhouse?
here.
That was in
building,
this
huh?
house.
Okay, here we go.
And that building's gone.
The foundation is still there, but the building is
There is a family picture in the old cookhouse.
Okay, so who lived in the cookhouse?
Oh, man.
Barry Baker was the cook.
Yeah.
Yes,
the
this
cook,
guy
huh?
right here.
Okay.
The cook, Harry Baker. But
Harry
this-
Baker?
Yeah.
He was a cook and his name was Baker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm in that picture. You gotta find me first.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you're gonna be this cute little kid right
That's
there.
me. And that's my
And
ugly, that's ugly Elwyn.
That's
That's
Elwyn. Which is your mother and dad then?
That's my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad must have taken the picture.
Oh, okay.
Because there's my granddad, Percy.
Oh, okay. Gee, he looks young.
Grandma.
Or,
Yeah. And this was a Smithson. This was a guy by the name of Uncle Herman. And we talked a little bit about him. He lived about halfway to town down here.
was he
I
related
can't-
to your grandma or anything?
He had to be related some way that we
But you
couldn't
don't
figure it
know.
out.
Uh-huh.
This is an uncle, Gramps' brother, Joe,
Oh, okay.
who was in business in Grayling for a long time.
Was he in the lumber business also?
No,
No?
he had a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
This was Aunt Eleanor. This was Aunt Clarice.
Now, who were they sisters to or whatever?
They were Gramps' sisters.
Oh, they were his sisters, okay.
No, Dad's sisters.
Dad's sisters, excuse me. You're right.
Carson? No.
Yeah, they were Dad's.
Percy's kids.
Oh, okay, Percy's daughters, Carson's
Yeah,
sisters,
yeah.
got it, okay.
She married a Price.
Oh, which Price?
Dick.
Dick Price.
Dick? Okay.
Now, you probably knew the old man, or knew of the old
I
man.
don't, we have a lot of history on the Price family because one of the granddaughters gave us all this wonderful information. And I don't remember him personally, but to write up about him when he retired as treasurer, county
Oh, yeah.
treasurer, and, so, okay, so that, she married Dick Price.
Yeah. See this table?
Yeah, I see it.
You're sitting at it.
Oh, I love it. I love antique table, look how beautiful that is.
Yeah. But it'll open up.
Yeah, 5 or 6 leaves.
Yeah.
Neat.
But
Is Marge in this picture?
No.
Lumen and Marge, no. But look at the dish full of mashed potatoes, it's almost to the ceiling. Doesn't that look wonderful? Nice.
Yeah,
Did you have a
I'd give that-
date?
I've given that to most of the kids.
Oh, that's nice.
And I
Well, we
made
know
this-
when it was because you're a
I
year old. This is 1939
Yeah.
or so.
made- Okay, well, here.
Uh-huh.
Now, photos taken
Nice.
first, and those.
This stuff was written on the
Yeah.
back of the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neat. Well, you've done a nice job of keeping that preserved. Very nice.
Let's see.
That's a nice aerial photograph. That was the 45 you said. Yep, it says
Yeah.
45.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So
to-
you were
if
only
wanna
6
take a
years
video,
old.
you
Yeah. Well, I should write down what you told me.
Take that too.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So you raised your children here too, Elwyn, in Roscommon.
Yes.
How many children?
3,
3. And they all graduated from Roscommon High School.
yes.
What are their names?
Vicky is the oldest girl, and then Kelly is number 2 girl, and then Martin's the boy. He's the youngest.
What's his name?
Martin.
Oh, Martin. Okay.
This is actually for you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so Herman must have been the Uncle Herman Hart.
Okay, we think Herman was a brother
He's
to,
in the picture. Right here.
We don't
a
really
brother
know.
to Urvilla, you think?
No, no,
Not necessarily.
probably an uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be your great uncle or something.
Can maybe Smithson.
Because her maiden name
So Miller.
was Miller. Her maiden name was
Her maiden
Miller. So her mother might have been a Hart. Hard to say. Genealogy is
In the
fun.
Yeah.
picture.
Oh, look at the truck. We are looking up at a picture of 6 trucks, and what is this?
It's another truck, but it's what we use to load logs with, called a jammer.
Oh, the 7th truck is called a jammer. It has this
Mhm.
crane-looking thing on the back. Oh,
Right.
is what you pick the logs up with?
Yeah, it's a Thomas.
Oh, look at, is this a pile of sawdust?
Yeah.
It's way taller than the barn,
It's way taller than any of the
than
trees.
anything. Wow,
There's
there's
There's still
another one.
remnants of it out
And
here.
that was shavings.
This was shavings and the
Yeah,
other one
this
was sawdust.
because we had a big
Were you
planer
able
set
to,
up.
harbor, was there some use for that? Whatever did you
I
do
don't
with that?
think so back then.
We used to, the sawdust, you mean?
Yeah, or the
The
shavings.
We used to stand on top of that sawdust pile, we could see Roscommon.
I bet you
It was
could.
way up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, other than a play hill, did they ever, what would be my word? Did they ever sell that for some use or
It
anything?
didn't sell it. People take it for fertilizer and stuff like that.
Oh, for gardening?
Yeah, and the chips, shavings, why they'd use for bedding.
Bedding for the
Barns.
horses.
Oh, okay. So there was a use for it?
Yeah.
And we still, with Mel's sawdust and stuff, there's people that come to get stuff for their,
Uh-huh.
different people for their horses.
Okay, and there's quite a few people in this picture.
That's my dad.
That's Elwyn and Carson.
I suspect, yeah,
Says
okay,
Elwyn.
that says Elwyn. That's my mother.
Okay,
And there's Price, Claris.
okay.
And there's Eleanor.
Now who's Eleanor? I don't remember that name.
Right here.
Oh, one of your dad's
Sister.
sisters,
Mhm.
okay. And this is Percy and Diane.
Diane Shepherd.
And there's Grandma.
Oh, and there's Grandma Irville, look at that. Well, everybody got in. Isn't that neat? And Betty is another sister, no, that's
one of
Loomis.
Margie's.
Loomis'
one of
oldest
Margie's.
daughter.
One of the twins.
Yeah.
Betty.
Okay. Somebody's over there, but we
Yeah.
missed them.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a neat picture. What year are these vehicles? This is a Chevy.
Yeah, they're all, I think they're
But-
all Chevys.
You think they're all Chevys?
Yeah.
They're stuck with Chevrolet, huh? Isn't that cool? That's a neat picture. That is a neat picture. Pretty much the whole family. But Elwyn, you spell your name with the Y. Okay. Oh, here come the old pictures. This is really good. This is hard on the tapes to tell what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had an awful time with
Well, these, if you want copies of those, you can have them.
Gardner,
Yeah, she's got
Irene
Oh,
Gardner.
okay.
Eileen.
She was talking about, whatever she was talking about on the tape, I can't figure out what she was talking about. You know, it's hard to, when you're looking at pictures, so I have
Well,
to
there's
describe it.
there's where they put an addition on the top of the sawdust pile to drag the sawdust further.
Okay, this is a picture of the sawdust pile. Looks enormous.
Hmm.
And on top are two stick rigs, great big timbers to make
Just-
that. Was there a conveyor?
It's a
Conveyor belt.
And
Okay, so
and they move the
they lengthened the
conveyor out.
conveyor, yeah. Cool. Just extended the wheel on the sawdust pile. It will last quite a while.
Mhm.
Extended the wheel.
And that's taken from up around it, on the sawdust pile, down
You
toward
stood
the
on the
mill.
sawdust pile and took a picture.
Mhm.
Isn't that cool, too? Planer shavings out of the west side of the mill. We sawed and planed at the same time with a crew of 5+, so there were 5 or more men working to do that.
You see, that gives you a better view.
Oh, yeah.
It used to end right here.
Mhm.
And they're
Then they
running out.
extended it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh,
Carson
there he is.
sawdust pile.
I told you about that.
Oh, there's a truck. This
Heavy
truck
enough, but-
is a Chevrolet. We're looking at the picture of it, loaded with logs. We're looking at the front of it. And across the front of the hood, it says big letters, Heavy, which was Mel's nickname. He was ready to roll. 1957 Chevy truck, owned by Percy Legg, driven by Mel Legg for 2 years. Cool.
I'll keep this one. That,
Sweet.
Fish pictures.
Nice.
just log pile. It was-
Look at the size of those logs. Now, what, are these mostly pine?
Yep. Yep.
Very big logs.
Something interesting about that truck right there, my
Oh, tell us,
granddad's.
Elwyn.
It's a 6-cylinder engine, and he always had a car with the same engine. And if the truck, he kept the engine in the truck going. If he had to take the engine out of the car and put it in the truck, that's what he did. But he kept the truck on the road. That way, see.
No matter what.
No matter what the
Heck
truck
with the
went,
car.
but
Forget the car.
car could get laid up.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Now, there's a sawmill that I don't remember, but it was out back here too.
Oh,
And that was about the same time as the other mill was here, but it tells on the back who's,
Dober Miller and his mill, squaring timbers for oil well trade in Percy Legg's yard, 1935. It was
Would that
before
have-
you were born, that's why you don't remember.
but I hauled a lot of the slabs out of there.
Oh, okay, that were
They
left
just-
over.
Yeah.
Would that have been your,
But now see, so this,
mom's
here are
brother?
the saws.
no?
That saw's going
Yep,
in
yep.
this picture.
And this is called a carriage. It goes back and forth with
Okay.
that lever there, see?
Okay.
And this rod here holds the log over. If you want an inch, you got a
Uh-huh.
scale there. Lower
Wow.
an inch or 2 inches or 6 inches, whatever.
Mhm.
Close the leg one for it.
So, and this appears to be out, is the sawmill in an enclosed area?
No, right out the open.
It's right out, so you didn't do this in the in rainy
No.
days and stuff?
Well, I don't know about the rain. I don't think the rain would hurt them, but
Yeah, but
you
did
wouldn't
you
do it in
work
the
in?
wintertime. No, see, that was before my time.
I mean, would you work the sawmill
Oh, yeah.
just in the summer, or just in good weather?
Sure, sure.
So in the dead of winter, they weren't working the sawmill, they were out cutting.
Yeah.
It's quite a process, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And now we just assume, go to the
Oh, we go to Home Depot?
Home Depot and there's the wood, magic.
Well, there's when I worked for the state.
Oh, wow.
I hauled lumber from the prison camps in the UP.
Oh,
I'd go up there and get load and come home
okay, 1986, a trip from Barriga to Grayling, 1,200 pieces of wood, 4 by 6 by 8 feet long. 21 tons.
they used them for picnic table legs.
Oh, my.
And that was hauled back to Hartwood Pines at the camp there.
Wow. It's a big truck, too.
There's a
You
guy.
still have your truck license?
No, I'll let it go. There's Ford Middleton.
Ford Middleton. This is at
I
Hartwick?
meant, no, that's right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Ford worked in Dad's sawmill and worked in the woods and drove the team and
Oh, look at that.
skidding logs and
Pretty horse.
he was a peach of a guy, but he was a drunk.
Oh.
I mean, Friday night he was in town and he might not come home till Sunday, you know.
Oh,
Well,
bless his
you gotta
heart.
go get him.
You had to go get him, yeah. But a great guy, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it was there's nothing wrong with Ford except he likes to drink.
Yeah. And he lived out here then in the bungalows?
Yeah.
No,
No.
well, maybe he did
He-
originally
he-
or something, but he had his own
Oh, he had
shack
his
or
own
tavern
place,
back
you
there.
said, that's right, okay. Oh, my goodness.
We could load his shack on the back of a truck and take it to the woods if he was gonna be in the woods.
Oh, I see.
During the
Oh.
winter or something, but then
Uh-huh.
in the summer he worked in the mill, or when he was working in the mill,
Mhm.
why, he had it right here in the yard.
Oh, neat. Neat.
And there's what I mentioned, the Ford tractor with a loader on it. That my
Oh.
granddad used to load the trucks with.
Oh, my
But
God.
that's my dad, and that was our tractor.
Uh-huh.
And then we had a little bulldozer too, and I think that's Elwyn was probably driving the bulldozer.
Well, why does this tractor seem to have more wheels than normal?
Well, because it has a half, what they call a half track.
Okay.
It's like a bulldozer
See,
type thing.
this was just like an idler pulley, and like a
Okay.
bulldozer track went around. So you had a lot more
They have more
traction.
traction.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
it worked.
See if it says behind there what year that is. Carson on the tractor, Elwyn and Mel.
Yeah, see, that's,
I was gonna see if it had a year. No.
see, I'm in that picture
Yeah.
right there. And I don't know. Golly, I'm not sure.
Well, that's pretty neat how
I
they have
know.
that extra track thing on there
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
yeah.
well, this was a regular bulldozer
Yeah.
that we used in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I bet you did. You had a lot
We had
of
a power
equipment.
takeoff on the back where we could run a planer with it,
Oh,
and,
look at the size of that log.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one big log.
mhm,
It's enormous.
mhm.
Neat. So when you were cutting this, are you on your own property?
No, this was right, it wasn't our property.
So you
It
would
was-
just contract with people to
Well,
cut their wood, or how did that work?
A lot of it was done on state property. The state had something to do with it and had
Oh, you get a per-
regulations as to,
Permit from the state?
yeah, how far the brush had to be back away from the road, all
Oh,
this kind of stuff.
oh, okay.
Or it had to be run over and knocked down low.
Uh-huh.
Leave it high.
let's see, that's the way, that's some of our lumber, Dad's lumber, and
Oh,
we had to be
wow.
piled and stickered
So it could get air
so it could get air.
to dry. Mhm.
Yeah.
We're looking at a picture with about 8 tall stacks of lumber and a couple shorter ones. This gotta be 20 feet tall, this tall one.
Close to it.
Yeah, wow. Neat. We're messing this all up.
No, that's all right, that's all right.
When
See,
he
there's the-
drove for the
there's
state,
the-
he took the crucifix in the wood mat up to Indian River.
Oh, did you, the one that Roy DeWitt did? Or it
I
was
worked
milled?
for Roy DeWitt then.
Oh, you were for Roy DeWitt then, okay.
Yeah, and that crucifix that Indian was
Indian
unloaded
River.
here in town.
Didn't he make that, wasn't that milled here, or what?
Well, he did some work on it, but it was hauled in on the railroad. The beams were.
From where?
I have no idea. Been on the railroad.
Oh, so they didn't cut that big piece of wood here,
No.
but they brought it to him for mill work.
Right, and I'm sure
then
he
when it
cut
was
the grooves
finished?
and so on,
Oh, okay.
and then I drove the truck to haul it up.
You hauled it up there. Did you stay so you had to unload it and then
No.
they put it up?
Yep.
Whoever was doing
Whoever
that. Isn't
did
that
that.
cool?
Yeah. Mhm.
It's still there.
He taught Mel how to put a new axe handle in an axe too.
What's that? Let's hear about this.
It's taking Mal too long. Roy showed him how to do it quick.
Faster?
Yeah.
Get a little speed on, high mile?
Yeah, well, hit it with a sledgehammer, pounded it in there. That isn't the way you did it.
Was he a big man?
He wasn't real tall.
No. I just barely remember him.
This is a picture of one of Dad's trucks. It's a Chevy, of course.
That's a bigger truck than those previous ones.
Yeah, well, it's a lot newer. But
Load Carson's lumber. Load of
Yeah.
Carson lumber ready to go, it said.
his nickname was Little Sawdust.
Oh.
That's what it was
On the front of the
that
hood
truck.
of this one, it says, yeah, Little Sawdust. Oh, that's a large truck, though.
And-
That's a
and,
really big truck.
I'll tell you who nicknamed him.
Who
was,
did?
Cy Rutledge.
Who?
Remember Cy Rutledge?
Oh, no, who was that?
Blaine's older brother.
Blaine's older brother.
Oh,
But they were in the Rotary together, and
Oh.
Dad would, Rotary Day, why, he'd brush himself off and go to Rotary.
oh,
That's
sure,
where he got
the
the name,
sawdust.
Little Sawdust.
Now, who was your dad was in Rotary?
Mm-hmm.
Carson. Was his dad also in Rotary?
No.
No. Either of you? Or your little brother?
There's one of the first cars that Elwyn and I had.
What
Was
is
a
that?
33 Buick,
I was gonna ask you, because I saw the dots on the
8
side.
cylinders.
8 cylinders.
Yeah.
1933 Buick. Did you just buy it in 54?
No, it
The
comes
picture was taken in 54.
buying it
We hadn't had it too long.
out at the lake, or did Wholesale?
No, we went to Bottle,
Okay.
You went where?
down to Marshall.
Oh, Marshall,
That's where it
Michigan?
came from, it's Betty Holtzel. That's Betty Legg, married Bob Holtzel. We got the car from Bob.
How long did you keep it?
Well, we got it after I got out of the service. Yeah.
It's a
Bud
pretty,
Brody wound up with it. I don't
it's a
know.
pretty neat
yeah.
car. Oh, I was gonna take
Push
notes.
rod or something out of it.
I
Yeah.
made a copy of that one.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Was it just did you buy it just for the heck of it?
Yeah, just for,
Because it looks like a pretty neat old car.
I know it was.
let's see, we were
About 9 miles a gallon with it.
we were still in school,
Yeah.
because I can remember going to school with it. Elwyn
Really?
took perfect care of the car. But
Wonderful.
when I would take it,
Uh-huh.
I'd stump jump all over the place and come home with it all dirty and muddy and.
Was not appreciated, was it now?
But,
That was a big car.
oh yeah,
My gosh.
it had shades on the windows.
Oh my gosh, it's really neat looking.
Suicide doors on the back.
Suicide.
What does that mean?
I mean, they open the wrong way.
Oh, mm-hmm. Suicide doors. I never heard that term before. Was there a trunk in it?
No.
No,
Just
the
a
seat
spring.
went right to the back.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. And where is it now?
Well,
You don't know.
that's
It's
bone down.
gone.
Long gone.
There was another car that I had.
You enjoyed cars.
Well, I just like to drive around.
What is that, a Plymouth?
That's Ford.
Oh, that's a Ford? I shouldn't say anything,
No,
I don't
it
know
wasn't.
anything about cars,
Yeah.
or very little.
Well, Jim would get a kick out of these pictures,
Yeah.
fishing pictures.
I was gonna ask that, did you do a lot of fishing?
We used to, but since I retired, I don't believe I've been fishing maybe 3 times.
Did you go fishing?
I quit for a long time, but I started fishing again last year.
Oh, good.
I got a friend that got a place on Lake St. Helens.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's good perch and
Yeah, we just
bluegills
go
on
out
there.
there fishing.
Yeah. Did you, when you were growing up, go to Higgins Lake?
Oh, yeah. We used to live at Higgins Lake in a trailer.
Oh,
A tent, too.
Mhm, We'd come home to work every day,
uh-huh.
but then we'd
The whole family moved out to the lake for the summer?
Yeah.
State Park?
Yep.
well, State Park, and we, for a long time, or 2 or 3 years, we stayed at Rutledge's.
We stayed there, but of course
Couple,
the
3 years.
North State Park was a forest campground back then.
Right.
So you stayed at South State Park?
Both
Both
of
of
them.
them.
Or, oh, okay, but either one.
Mhm.
Technically, you were only supposed to stay a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we just had to move our camp usually. Couldn't stay on the same lot.
Right.
So, some of
And
it.
where was Rutledge's cottage?
On the Flight
Right
Point.
beside of Pringles.
Beside where?
Pringles,
Oh, okay.
I'm just being
Pringle.
funny,
Uh-huh.
because Pringle used to live there too,
Yeah,
and then Raleigh just lived right next door. And I can't tell the places today if I drive out there, because the trees have changed, and
Yeah.
they've changed the buildings.
yeah,
and-
but right on Flag Point, we know about
Right.
where you mean.
Yeah.
Right before Kelly Beach.
Mhm. But they're nice,
Oh my
But-
gosh, look at those perch.
yeah, see, that's a regular size flashlight.
Oh my word, they're
Just-
beautiful. That made a good dinner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So your whole family went. Tell me a little more about this going out to Higgins Lake. Did your mother stay out there all day?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
and who was canning and doing all the gardening and all that? You did that,
Well,
come home and
She'd
do
have
that?
to come in and do that
Yeah,
later, but that was more in the fall anyway.
yeah, true.
The gardens didn't come out until fall, so.
Uh-huh. Did a lot of families from here do that? Go out to the lake for the whole summer?
I don't think there was that
Not,
many.
not from here, but a lot of them from down below would come, like the hills
Yeah.
but there's a boat we had. It's called the PU2, I think. we called
PU2,
it.
yeah.
You too?
And that's-
Did you build
that's my
that
dad,
boat?
That's my dad, and that's my mother, and that's Uncle Ed, and that's Aunt Rhodey.
He bought it somewhere.
I never saw, I think it looks like a house trailer.
That just had an outboard motor on the back end,
This looks like South State Park.
but you could,
It probably was.
probably was.
Yeah. Neat. This picture is the picture of a boat that, how would you describe that? The front of it looks like a house trailer. Rounded. Neat.
Yeah.
Very neat. Well, you had a good life if you spent the summer at Higgins Lake every year.
Well,
That was a deal.
Well, we got to come home every day, don't forget that.
Yeah, but you worked,
I worked
but
in
then you
that
went out there
sawmill.
and
Then
swam.
Like 4:30 or so, we'd go back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Yeah.
Dad always had to stop at Winnie's,
Uh-huh.
when we were at the North, or the South State Park. And,
Did you go in with them and
no, normally we didn't.
No.
the truck.
We waited.
you waited in the truck, had a beer or whatever? I was gonna ask about that. Did you fish Higgins Lake at all then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Water ski, did you
Well,
do that too?
Surfboard.
Surfboard. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, so you knew a lot of people out there.
Why, sure. Why, sure.
One guy from downstate could put a chair on his surfboard and ride it around by.
No kidding.
we could stand on his head.
Yeah,
One
he
guy
could do
could
that,
stand on
too.
his head.
Oh.
We about killed ourselves trying that bullshit. you know. As a kid, you see somebody do it, and
Well,
you,
you gotta try it
and you
too.
gotta
Why,
try
sure.
it. you know.
Why, sure.
No more, no
In the
more.
wintertime, did you go in town for movies or ice skating? What was your recreation
Just
in the
about
winter?
every Friday night we'd go in town to a show.
Mhm.
Russia Bill would take us in there.
Oh, did he go in with you?
Oh, yeah.
Watch the movie?
Yeah.
Mhm.
After we went to the Colonial.
After we went where?
Colonial.
Was
Oh,
an
the
hour.
Colonial. Mm-hmm.
He'd have a couple of drinks, and then he'd come over to the show.
Cool, that was handy. That was handy. Did your family have a church affiliation when you were growing up?
The Episcopal Church at Houghton Lake.
Oh, at Horton Lake, okay. And I see that when they had the cookhouse, tell us a little bit, we haven't talked about the lumberjack breakfasts that used to be out here.
That had to do with the Episcopal Church.
Uh-huh.
They were trying to get money to build a new one here.
The one
Was
in
that,
Higgins Lake.
did that, was the one at Higgins Lake offspring from the Houghton Lake Church?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I guess I never realized that.
And that was done in the, was it sixties?
Probably.
I'm not sure.
There's been a lot of people who have asked me how close we were to where that was. Ann Mathewson, you know, remembered going to breakfast there. And I said, yeah, wait, no, the building's no longer there. but
And
it's
this
right
was
next
still
door."
when Mr. Baker was cooking?
He
No.
died. He died probably in the early 40s.
Oh. You remember him though?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'd get off the school bus and he'd have cookies out there or something as we were
Oh.
walking by the back
So
door.
you were born in
37.
so you were only like 8 years old in 45.
Probably.
You remember, that's about when he died?
I remember when he end
Who
of
was
the
that?
year. Harry Baker.
Oh, yeah, I remember going to the funeral.
Yeah, I do too. It seems like he was over there in Pioneer Cemetery, but I can't find anything.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
So when they were doing this lumberjack breakfast at the Carson's cookhouse, who was cooking?
The church members, men from the church.
Oh.
The first one they had was at Doug Purcell's on the lake.
Oh, okay.
You know where Roy DeWitt lived on the lake?
Mm-hmm.
The next house was Doug Purcell's,
Okay.
and they tried it there. They had and they may have had a couple of them,
Mm-hmm.
but again, it got too big,
Too many people.
so they moved out here. And the guys did all the cooking. Somebody make
And I think-
pancakes, somebody make the eggs.
I think June was telling me one time that, like, their band would come and do the cleanup, and they'd get paid to do, you know, it would be a fundraiser for the band or something,
When she was in high school?
when she was in school. I don't know if it was high
June
school or junior.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many, did they do that for quite a while?
Quite a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't venture a guess how many years, but it was there quite a while.
Mhm.
That was their money maker for the Delta Church.
Really? That's
Well,
neat.
see, they had it was in Houghton Lake, and then they branched off from that one, and they had a church in the, just go through Carrick's Corners and up over the hill,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the left down there, there's a greenhouse and stuff, but there's a building sets right out by the road. It's called the Wood Stove or something,
Wood box.
Wood
No.
Box. huh?
Oh,
That's what it's called
We're at the
now,
south end
yeah.
of Higgins Lake, okay.
But they had church in there
Oh, okay.
until
Till they built the
until
new.
they got enough funds to build a new one.
Oh, neat.
I don't think back in them days they borrowed a lot of money to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, and that's, of course, that's one of the faults that I have today, I guess, is I wouldn't buy anything unless I had money to pay for it. And that's the way I am today.
Yeah.
I can't sleep if I owe somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Leave my car down here to get worked on and pick it up, and I owe money.
Yeah.
I gotta get down there the next day and pay them.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the way we're brought up.
that's right, that's right.
And today, we're all the way to the other end of that.
My kids, when we lived in town, TV first came out, that's another long story, but we had a black and white TV.
Mhm.
Everybody had color TV. I wouldn't buy one until I could pay for it.
Mhm.
You know, I just, Elwyn had his TV was the original one that we had here was like a 13-inch.
Mhm.
We did a cabinet that was probably 4 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah, a big, nice cabinet. But it was, he'd taken it into Price Mart, it used to be the Price Mart,
Mhm.
to get it repaired,
Mhm.
and he parked the truck too close to the railroad track.
Oh, Elwyn.
Caught about that much or something sticking out. And the
He
TV
broke
went
that
down.
TV out, but it didn't hurt the works of it, just
It
the
still worked.
cabinet. So he took it home, he took a cardboard box and cut out, slid the cardboard box over it.
It
But
still
that's the
worked.
way you did things, you know.
Yeah, right. Made do with what you had.
Yeah.
Did it damage your?
No, it
Your
didn't hurt
vehicle?
Didn't,
Didn't,
It was
it
this-
it bent the back bumper.
yeah, it was this
around or
pickup
something.
that was in the
Yeah.
picture beside a little sawdust. That was
Oh.
the pickup. Of course, see, we learned to drive when we were little.
I bet you did.
In fact, one of us would sit on the seat on our knees, and the other one would sit on the floor and work the pedals.
Oh, my gosh.
And we scraped some trees.
Sure.
But we've been driving since we were
Knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's something. And your, let me think about now, your children.
Yeah, I had two daughters Andrea and Tina
Okay.
and a son John.
So did John work out here too with the sawmill stuff?
No.
No.
He went to service right out of school, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to service.
Okay.
He's in Virginia now.
He had 16 years in. He was in the Gulf War twice.
Oh, was he?
But then they wouldn't let him re-up. If he could have re-upped and got his 20 years in 4 years,
Yeah.
then he could have retired shortly after I did.
Oh.
But he wasn't alone. I mean, there was like 40,000 of them that they wouldn't
They
let
wouldn't
re-up.
let him get that 20 years.
Isn't that something? Don't
Yeah.
you wonder?
Yeah.
But he's in
Virginia now.
Virginia now. He just called me. I don't know if I told you or not. He had a stroke. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
He's doing well. with
he's
it,
doing
though.
well.
Yeah.
He emailed me. He usually emails me like Saturday or Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
one or the other. And
I think he and
back
Marcia
and
go
forth.
shopping. He waits for the car and he emails Dad on the phone.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
But he said
Typical Legg doesn't
said
like
he's
to shop.
doing good. He went and had an MRI. That right.
Right, yeah.
So,
And Tina married Matt Granlund,
Oh, okay.
and they live in Alabama now.
Oh, wow. Nobody's here, but Andrea's here. So.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there anything else about growing up in Roscommon you want to tell us?
I don't know what it would be.
You think we covered the?
If
you
I
think
had,
we
if I
covered
had my
the-
choice, I'd do it again.
Sure.
You know, I mean,
Most everyone says that. It was a
Yeah.
wonderful
Yeah.
place to
Oh,
grow
yeah.
up.
Yep,
Everyone looked out for everyone else.
yep. No,
Yeah,
great,
no.
great.
Our folks sponsored a softball team when we were kids. You know,
Oh.
there's quite a
Oh, yeah.
softball league.
Well, that
Quite a
used to
few
be-
teams and so on.
Yeah.
Ours was the Eagles.
Mhm.
You were precursor to Little League, probably, huh?
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
play
no.
sports in school?
Yeah.
Where did you play?
We played a little basketball. Baseball was my main thing, but I played basketball and some football for the first couple of years.
Uh-huh.
Got my bell rang a time or two, and I got out of that. Got more interested than the girls.
Uh-huh. No, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's a natural progression. Yeah, right, it sure is.
Yeah.
And which one was it? Was it Pete that was hurt in the, he was a
Yeah.
quadriplegic, it was Marjorie
Yeah.
Lumens, he was
Right.
Yeah,
hurt, he fell out of
must
the,
got that story.
Yeah.
the hayloft here.
Mm-hmm. Arch didn't talk a lot about him in her oral history, but that he kept was able to keep the business going from
Yeah,
his,
yeah.
from home, so that was good.
Well, she took care of him right there.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest boy, Bob, was killed in an accident. There was a bulldozer. They had it loaded on a semi,
Oh,
and they pulled up in the woods. They pulled up beside a log pile that was there. And
yeah.
what they would do is drive it off onto the log pile and then drive it down, see, down the end of the pile. Well, the dozer had sat on there all night, and it froze onto the bed.
Oh,
And the minute he touched the clutch to break it loose, she just flopped over and pinned him. Louis was with him. And the dozer, of course, was still running, but he couldn't get him out from under it. He'd push the blade, and it would raise the rung, and not high enough to get him out of there.
what a horrible thing, huh?
So,
You remember that, because that was
yeah.
later. Mm-hmm.
Well, Bob and Betty were twins,
Mhm.
Margie's twins.
Oh, that had to be a sad thing for the family.
Yeah.
Marge, it seemed that Marge had many difficulties, that boy, you wouldn't know what to talk to her.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
wonderful.
She was a neat lady.
Yeah, she was very,
Well, she had 9 kids.
strong.
Not all of them are left now, but
Yeah, she outlived several of them.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you think we have the legacy
I think
pretty well
that's
down,
pretty good.
explain the sawmill stuff and the Delco electricity and so when the electricity came in 48, I was gonna ask you about telephones. Did you have telephones out here
Yes.
before that, or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The wood crank things.
but it was on a party line,
Mm-hmm,
you know, I mean, you're,
mm-hmm.
One long and two short was our number.
if it rang, if it rang that way, we answered it,
Yeah.
along with half the others.
I didn't mean
They
you
wanted to hear you, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
And
that
there was very
too.
little privacy.
I remember that too. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate adding your family history to Roscommon area, because it all comes together. So I guess that's it. We did all right.